Hello, I'm Christy and this is Positive X-Ploration. Today I kind of want to talk about some things that are on my mind.
Leave your limitations, live and go against them. Just let go and start up something new. Cause I know that what you planned out, everything that you built up isn't what you want. And I know the life you're living isn't that fulfilling. Let me help you out.
One thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately is that I am a loner. I've always been a loner. At heart, I prefer being alone. That doesn't mean there haven't been times that I felt lonely in my life, but mostly not. And usually the reasons I feel lonely aren't because I'm alone, it's because of how my relationships are going. If they're going well, even if that person or people are not currently with me, I'm fine. But if things aren't going well, if I'm in a bad relationship, or people aren't accepting of me, then I feel lonely. Whether there are people around me physically or not. So for me anyway, the definition of loneliness is not feeling accepted or understood by others around me. I don't like to talk about my past romantic relationships because none of them were really very good, either because of me or them or both. I simply didn't find the right person for me. And I would have to say that bothered me more when I was in my 30s than any other time after that. By the time I reached my 40s, and now I'm 50, it's really not an issue. I prefer my space, I prefer to make decisions on my own, all of that. As far as friendships, it's really the same. As far as, like I said, feeling lonely or not. If I feel accepted in the group that I'm in, then I'm golden. I don't even have to see that person very often to not feel lonely. Let's back up again. This goes back to grade school. There were times that I would play stuff with other kids and there were times when I didn't. And if I didn't like you, I wasn't gonna play with you. One time that a couple of girls who were, it was grade school, but they were still, they had their own little brand of bullying. And they asked me to meet them at the big slide, and we could slide down on the big slide on our coats. And these girls had given me a hard time for about a year. And I didn't trust them. So I didn't meet them at the slide. And after recess, they asked me why I didn't meet them at the slide. And I don't remember what I said. I might have told them straight up that I didn't like them, or I might have just shrugged my shoulders. I feel like I probably just shrugged my shoulders, but I don't know how that conversation went. There's no reason to trust somebody who's never given you a reason to trust them. You know, they've done nothing but make fun of you, try to hurt you, etc. You know, just, there's no reason to trust someone like that. I think that kind of thing sticks with us as we get older, whether we realize it or even want to admit it or not. And, you know, going through my 20s and having these relationships that were not healthy, I think it has really stuck with me as well. Maybe in my 30s I tried a little bit, but after that I stopped really wanting to pursue any kind of romantic relationship, and I think it's worked out fine. I have relatives in my family who grew old the place that they were born, basically, and never married, never had kids, nothing. And, gosh, did you hear that? I guess that was the vibration of my phone and the alarm there. Anyway, I didn't understand that about them, and I as a kid, I was afraid of that. I didn't want that to be my life. And yet here we are. I'm not in the place I was born, you know. But I never married, never had kids. And it's really not so bad. And as far as making friends at this age, I don't know. I keep talking about joining things and everything, but I am not a joiner. I've talked about it, but I haven't done anything about it, and I don't know that I really want to. Not right now. It's just, I don't know. Doesn't seem like the right time, or, you know, I don't want to just, I don't want to end up being part of something that I'm going to regret later, you know? Oh, I don't really want to spend my time doing this, and now I feel obligated, and la 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 la. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be treasurer or secretary in some club or organization. You know, there was this one group I would belong to, again in my 20s, where I got stuck with being in charge of a garage sale, and it turned out to be on a weekend where another group I belonged to that was, you know, pretty good group, they were doing something that I actually wanted to do, and I couldn't do that because I had to be in charge of a garage sale. If I do join something, it's going to be one thing at a time. And I'm just going to have to make sure that it's something that doesn't make me do a bunch of ridiculous things. I'm not going to be in charge of a garage sale or a bake sale. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So anyway, I don't know. I think about joining things and I don't. I'm not a joiner. I'm a loner. And I like to be in charge of my time off the way I want to do it instead of feel obligated to do something else. Is that selfish? Maybe a little bit. Maybe I could do a little something here and there, but that's the thing. Most groups want you to always help them with everything all the time, you know? They're not interested in an every once in a while kind of thing. I'm hard to get along with. But the good news is I don't feel lonely, but I do. The reason that I kind of look for something and that this has been on my mind a lot lately is because I can go to an extreme, and usually this is if I'm depressed, and I'm not depressed, but there was a time when I was really depressed and I could stay holed up at my home the whole entire weekend. My vehicle would just sit right where I left it on Friday night after work and not move an inch all weekend long. Like, not again till Monday morning. And what did I accomplish? Nothing. Now, since I moved to Cincinnati and then here, I've tried to make myself go do things and push myself to go out. And so far here, I've been pretty successful about making sure I do something. And not being depressed, that makes it easy. I still think that if I want my 50s to be my renaissance, that I need to have new experiences, try new things, meet new people. How about you? Are you a joiner? Are you a loner? Are you somewhere in between? I'm doing something new tomorrow. You'll see a video about that. So I am doing stuff. It's just one-time stuff. You know, it's not all the time stuff. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any advice, it'd be good. I may or may not take it, but hey, I'm interested in what other people have to say about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.